at noon. First, the highlights. Lagos State Water Corporation launches crawler boat technology to improve supply. President Tinubu calls for removal of inefficient borders across Africa. On the foreign scene, Kenya targets budget deficit of 4.9% gross domestic product in 2026-2027 fiscal year. And Sport Rivers United to face Pyramids FC in CAF Champions League tie in Egypt. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State Water Corporation (LWC) has unveiled its new crawler boat technology, a major step in modernizing and securing potable water supply across the state. Managing Director of Lagos LWC, Mukhtar Tijani, highlighted that assessing underground transmission means has long been difficult, low and costly, stressing that the crawler boat now provides the visibility that LWC lacked. Tijani noted that it also maps pipe coordinates and diameters, giving engineers unprecedented insight into critical assets, stressing that the innovation enables smarter decision-making, targeted maintenance, reduced water losses, and improved service reliability. He added that the initiative underscores LWC's commitment to sustainability, operational excellence, and safeguarding Lagos water infrastructure. The Lagos State government has called on bricklayers in the state to uphold professionalism and support effort to curb building collapse. Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Employment Akinyemi Ajigbatafe made the call at the Lagos State Bricklayers Association Eco 0.4 Bricklayers Week 2025 and launching of 500 million new secretariat at Epe. Ajigbatafe, who was represented by Director of Entrepreneur Development in the ministry, Taiwo Baruwa, urged members to hold their membership in high esteem. He enjoined them to work closely with block makers and collaborate with other artisans in the built environment to improve the quality of construction across the state. The commissioner also encouraged the bricklayers to take their registration with the government seriously and obtain their identity cards, as this would help to eliminate quacks in the industry. President, Lagos State Bricklayers Association Oyebamiji Dauda, said his members are well trained and also present certificate of competency before being engaged. Dauda attributed building collapse to the patronage of unqualified workers, saying many people opt for cheap labor instead of hiring professionals. Now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has urged African nations to break inefficient borders and modernize their customs systems, saying the continent cannot achieve shared prosperity without coordinated reforms. He made the call while declaring open the Maiden Customs Partnership for African Cooperation in Trade (CPACT) Summit in Abuja. President Tinubu, who was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, said Africa must turn its large population and market into a truly integrated economic bloc driven by technology and unified trade rules. He noted that Nigeria's exchange rate reforms, fuel subsidy removal, port modernization, and ongoing custom digitalization were designed to build a globally competitive trade environment. According to him, the national single window, due by March 2026, will cut cargo clearance times from 21 days to under 17 and align the country fully with AFTA's digital framework. On his part, Customs Comptroller General Adewale Adeniyi said the extension of his mandates came with performance indicators directly tied to AFTA implementation. He said Nigeria has a deepened engagement with customs administrations across Africa to ensure that rules of origin, preferential duties, and trade preferences are properly enforced. The Lagos State chapter of the All Progressives Congress APC has expressed deep concern over the disturbing signals emanating from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) National Convention. In a statement signed by its spokesperson, Seyi Oladejo, the party describes INEC's refusal to monitor the process as an institutional vote of no confidence. It also cited conflicting rulings from the Federal High Court in Abuja and the Oyo State High Court in Ibadan, each conveniently cited by rival factions, of the PDP to justify a pre-planned chaos. Lagos APC accused the PDP of choosing the dangerous path of judicial manipulation, contempt for due process, and a brazen mockery of the rule of law in a democracy still refining its institutional identity. The party is trusting that the National Judicial Council will not remain silent as democracy demands clarity and Nigerians expect decisive action. In foreign news now, Kenya will target a budget deficit of 4.9% of gross domestic product in the 2026-2027 fiscal year of July to June. The finance ministry said the country will also be keeping its broadly in line with the 4.8% forecast for this financial year. This is as the East African nation has been struggling with heavy debt repayment in recent years after it ramped up borrowing in the period since 2013 to fund infrastructure projects, forcing the government to try to maintain a fiscal consolidation path. Principal Secretary at the Ministry of Finance, Chris Kopto, said the government has to carry out a delicate balance to ensure it is raising adequate revenues for critical expenditures while meeting its debt obligations. Kopto noted that the government plans to fill the budget gap with net external financing of 41.8 billion shillings and a net domestic financing of 785.8 billion shillings. In sport now, Rivers United will travel to Egypt for its CAF Champions League match day one encounter against holders Pyramids FC. The former Nigeria Premier Football League and PFL champions arrived to Lagos from Port Harcourt on Tuesday night. Finidi George's side will welcome Moroccan side RS Bakane for a match day 2 fixture next week Friday. It is the first time Rivers United will be playing in the group stage of the competition. And that's it on the news at noon. But just before we go, do not park at or near a road crossing. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration completed and inaugurated 384 capacity multi-level car park at Onikon, Lagos? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Water Corporation, LWC, has unveiled its new crawler belt technology, a major step in modernizing and securing potable water supply across the state. President Bola Tinubu has urged African nations to break inefficient borders and modernize their customs system, saying the continent cannot achieve shared prosperity without coordinated reforms. We also told you that Kenya will target a budget deficit of 4.9% of gross domestic product in 2026-2027 fiscal year of July to June. Finally, in sport, Rivers United will travel to Egypt for its CAF Champions League match day one encounter against holders Pyramids FC. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Olu Boroku. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.